Again, they kind of try to blame that on the American founders, but the truth of it is that there were plantations in America in the founding, but there weren't that many of them. The plantation system exploded after Eli Whitney invented the cotton gin. Then we got a massive plantation system in the South, and a new political party started in 1828, the Democratic Party, to defend, protect, and preserve the plantation. The Democratic Party was the party of slavery. Now, the question is, where's the plantation today? Interestingly, an important scholar, Kenneth Stamp, in his book, The Peculiar Institution, he tells you what were the features of the old slave plantation. He says, dilapidated housing, broken families, a lot of violence necessary to hold the plantation together. No one gets ahead. Intergenerational dependence of the slaves on the slave owners. And finally, he goes, just nihilism, despair, this sort of feeling that there's no future. And I say those exact same 5 features can be found today in what I would call the modern democratic plantations. Now, these aren't just the inner cities. Yes, you can find them in Oakland, Baltimore, Chicago, St. Louis, and so on, but you can find them in the Latino barrios. My wife is Latino. She grew up in the barrio. The Latino barrios of South Texas or Los Angeles, the Native American reservations. I toured the Pine Ridge Reservation in South Dakota. All the features of the old slave plantation are present. And who's running the new plantations? The same party, the Democrats. And they're making excuses for it just like the old slave owners did. The old slave owners said, listen, don't point your finger at us. What we're doing is really good for the slaves. That's why we're doing it. It's not for our benefit. And similarly now, the Democrats, listen, don't criticize the inner city because we're doing it for those people's benefit. We are actually the protectors of those poor people, even though after trillions of dollars of spending, notice that nothing seems to improve in those places. And the reason the Democrats don't want to improve them is they can harvest 90% plus of the vote for the Democrat. They've created this system of intergenerational dependency. So in a new form, the old plantation, I argue, it's now a multiracial plantation. It's black, it's brown, it's yellow.